What is going on, y'all? It is your boy Shusui, and today we are coming at you with the new Blackbeard V2 drop. Finally, it is coming January 27th, and boy, am I excited. They dropped a ton of stuff. We're gonna get straight into it. Alright, first thing obviously is the extreme legendary character Marshall D. Teach. Arrives on January 27th at 5, so pretty much at midnight for EST. It's gonna drop that night. Going up, we have all of his skills. Now the skills are pretty sick because I watched the live stream and it was pretty fire. First is his darkness pull, which obviously pulls, and then he hits them with the trimmer. So he pulls and then hits them with the trimmer. So that is fire. I love that ability. It's a long range attack that pulls the enemy to your position. A long range area attack with a chance to inflict trimmer, and then increases damage against power uses. Nullify stagger for a set period of time. So a pretty OP ability. I think it's more of a knockback though. For the next one, we have, this is his like darkness where it sucks people in, and then I think it shoots you out after he ends it. Like after he ends the ability, it shoots you back out. So it's called Black Hole of Liberation or Liberation. Cooldown none, usable when the power gauge is full. Skill 1 transforms into Black Hole Liberation when the power gauge is at max. Skill 1 turns back into Darkness Pool when the power gauge is no longer at max. Okay, so you get Black Hole when your power gauge is full, and then once your power gauge is no longer full, it's that original ability he had on Blackbeard V1, is what it seems like. A long-range area attack that inflicts a speed debuff and pulls the enemy to your position. A mid-range area attack with a knockback effect. So this is his knockback too. So I guess his other one was not a knockback. My apologies to that. Damage dealt will disregard the enemy defensive stat. Increase damage against power users. Become temporarily invincible after use. So a really good ability here. I actually love this. I think both. I love how they combined the dark and the trimmer on the other one, and this one is just a full dark fruit. So you know, I love this one. Next is his trimmer. So the cooldown is 37 seconds, and that's at skill 5. A long range area attack with a chance to inflict trimmer. Knock back enemies if trimmer couldn't be applied. This attack on the live stream looked crazy. I mean, goodness, it looked like it did a shit ton of damage. I really messed with it. I creates a shield that blocks close range enemies and attacks movement. So you get that shield after you pull it down. It's gonna put a little shield up in front of you. That's pretty nice, especially if you're fighting like a Kizaru or something. You get an extra second, even though he's pretty much gonna counter Kizaru. We'll get the traits in a little bit, but it knocks back your enemies if you don't hit the attack. From what it seemed like, if you hit the attack, it's almost a guaranteed KO if they're pretty low. The shield will disappear after it receives a certain amount of damage or after a certain amount of time passes. Become temporarily invincible after use. Okay, so the shield's not permanent, but it gives you a second to, have that extra time to, maybe counter Law, counter Kizaru, counter Kuzan, something like that. Alright. His other skill 2, Trimmer Crush. Cooldown none, usable when the power gauge is full. This is his main ability. Damn, is this thing cool. On the live stream yesterday, this was so cool. Skill 2 transforms into Trimmer Crush when power gauge is at max. So it turns in from that one trimmer ability where it pulls in and punches, I believe, to this when your power gauge is full. Skill 2 turns back into the trimmer powers when power gauge is up. The long range area attack with a knockback effect that inflicts a speed debuff. So it inflicts a speed debuff and ignores attack ignores obstacles as well. And a close range area attack with a knockback effect around your enemies. Feet up to 4 spots. Damage dealt will disregard the enemy defensive stat. Become temporarily invincible after use. This skill cannot be used in certain areas that have obstacles overhead. So what that means with up to 4 spots. So in the trailer, when Blackbeard is in midair or before you use Trimmer Crush, you can target an enemy, and when you first hit the ground, it's gonna obviously have the area around you. But whoever you target, it also hits them. So say you have the obvious area of the attack, and then you targeted a Kizaru, like behind you or something. A little brick or the ground will come up under Kizaru and deal damage. So that is really cool. I love how that works. This ability is going to be game breaking if I had to guess. This thing looks crazy. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go over some brief traits here. So after holding down the normal attack button, during the first hit of a normal attack combo. The second hit of that attack changes into a multiple hit counter attack, max 3 consecutive hits that knocks enemies back, become temporarily invisible. So, as you can see right under it, changes element to light or dark. He is a light and dark first character in the game. This is going to be insanity. He's going to be a counter for Gear 5. He's probably going to be a counter for Chopper. The fact that he can switch, you have to hit your switch to then switch to the element. So you have to hit your attacks to switch. But if you can learn how to successfully switch, you're going to counter every person in the game. The only person you won't counter is dark elements. But he counters Saturn, which we'll get to in a second. Power gauge can be used, increase up to 5, but resets once KO'd, and skill 1 transforms into Black Hole Liberation, and skill 2 transforms into Tremor Crush. We knew that. When using a skill transfer by the power gauge, uses 5 unit of the power gauge and reduce cooldown time of skill 1 by 30%. And when attacking an enemy with the skill, boost power gauge by 1 and reduce the cooldown time of skill 2 by 10%. So just a bunch of stuff to help with the cooldown of the skills. Alright, second character trait. When attacking an enemy with skill 1, notify the 1 HP trait will be left if KO'd by enemies. So that's going to counter Luffy. He's basically going to be like a Kuma and Bonnie, because Luffy has that 1 HP trait. I'm trying to think who else has a 1 HP trait. I'm really blanking right now. Law might have one. But when attacking an enemy with skill 2, nullify the trait recover HP when enough damage is taken to KO the character. So that is going to counter Saturn. So he's going to be able, he has basically Kuma. He's basically an amped up Kuma, is a better way to put it. He can counter Luffy, he'll counter Saturn, he'll counter anybody with the 1 HP trait. Kid and Law has a 1 HP trait. There's a few other people, I'm just blanking right now. So he'll counter any of that. And nullify sleep. There's not many people that really nullify sleep, so I'm not sure where they were going with this one. But yeah, you nullify sleep. So if you main someone who goes off of sleep, you're probably cooked. But yeah, I don't really know who all does that. Okay, and then trait 1, when attacking enemy with a 100% chance to increase attack by 5%, increase up to 75%, but resets once KO'd, and reduce the cooldown time of skill 1 by 3% when your HP is 50% or more, and resist stagger effect and reduce damage by 30%. When attacked by character type power users, enemy attack reduced by 50% for 10 seconds. So in other words, for trait 2 under it, when attacked by character type Navy, this is just a hard Kizaru nerf. Like, Kizaru is cooked. It nerfs for power users, and then it also nerfs for Navy characters. So if you are a power Navy character, you're cooked. So go ahead and say goodbye to Kobe, because they just buffed Kobe, and Blackbeard nerfs Kobe right back into the ground. Kizaru's cooked. Kuzan is not, he's not an attacker, but he is Navy. So Kuzan's probably cooked. I'm trying to think who else is a main Navy right now. Garp. Oh gosh, dude, Garp's cooked too. Dude, he's gonna counter literally everybody. And not to mention, he can switch to a light element and then counter Kizaru even more, or Kuzan even more. He's not gonna be able to counter Dark with element wise, but I mean, my goodness, if he's not OP. And then let me go what's next. I'll go ahead and finish up trait 2. Reduce damage received by 30%, remove enemies attack increase. When your HP is 50% or more, increase damage to enemies with element you are strong against by 50%. That once again is insanely OP. So if you are 50% and you're constantly switching between light and dark, say you're going against, I don't know, for instance, we'll just use Kizaru again. You're at dark, you switch to light, but holding down the attack button, now you're OP against Kizaru. You kill Kizaru, and then you're like, oh shit, here comes Gear 5 Luffy. You then switch back to dark, and then you're, OP against Gear 5 Luffy. So he is going to be really OP, and I'm so pumped to use him. Like, seriously, it's insane. And then boost trait, when attacked by an enemy who has obtained a defensive shield, defense boosted by 50% for 3 seconds, cannot stack. And then his team boost is HP recovery. Okay, let's see what else they wanted to give. This is the video. I'll go ahead and skip through for you guys. Let me see where I can get to. Okay, so this is his 4 Emperors Martial DCs. This is his pool attack. No, that was his basic attack. My bad. These are his basic attacks, how to switch elements. So as I was saying, hold it down. And then you have to hit your switches though to switch. So make sure you hit your hits to switch element. But as you can see, dude, especially in the trailer, they use Kizaru as a perfect example of how much Blackbeard just shits on Kizaru. All right, so this is his first one where he pulls in and then hits with a trimmer. Such a W ability. And then that's the pull down claw effect. Like I said earlier, insanely OP. Darkness Pool. Let's go ahead and skill. Okay, so this is skill 1, Black Hole. For when your power gauge is full. Let me go back a little bit to make sure we get that. So that looks kind of like his first ability on his first card. But I mean, it's pretty OP. It pulls in and it does a lot of damage. Okay, skill 2, Trimmer. Okay, that's the claw down effect, and then that's the wall it leaves, which is why I think it's gonna be pretty good, and it leaves a pretty good status effect. All right, and then the Trimmer Crush. This is, like I said, his main ability, and so this ability is gonna be OP. You have to have that power gauge full. But okay, so there's what I was talking about earlier. So as you can see, he targets Law, and that little piece of ground comes up and KOs Law. So this is gonna be, damn, that's an OP ability. I will not lie. And this is just saying to make sure you change your elements to fight whoever you're good against. Okay, so that's the video for the most part. His abilities look sick. I'm so pumped. Social media campaign. If you post pictures, I think with this hashtag, you might win a skateboard. Pretty sick. I don't even skate, but bro, that'd be awesome. During the campaign period, get 1 free 10-time scout every Tuesday up to maximum of 4 times. You know, who knows? Some people will pull Blackbeard out of this. So, this is crazy. Hold on. Where is the actual release of this? Okay, complete missions to guarantee one of the following. You're gonna get Kaido, Yamato, or Akainu, guaranteed. I mean, this is genuinely insane. Like, I cannot believe they're doing this. I don't have any of these EXs, so I mean, I'm happy. I probably won't use them, but to get a free EX and be able to level that up for support, like Akainu for my red support, is going to be so good. I cannot wait for that. W Bandai, seriously, W Bandai. Complete missions to get items including 100 rainbow diamonds as well as transfer medals. So that's going to be sick. That comes out on the 27th as well, and that goes until the 6th of February. What else do we got? Get better deals from the web store and app. 3 exclusive tickets. I don't think it says how much it is, but it's probably going to be a lot. I won't lie. Probably also going to be 3,600 guaranteed. Okay, bounty colors for the 4 Emperors Martial D Teach. Actually, I mess with this. I would probably run the red cape or the yellow. The white's tough too. I don't really like the green, but these 3 are tough. I'd run any of them. Those come out on February 1st. What is this? Follow the official TikTok and comment on the campaign post. Okay, yeah. So this will get you an acrylic book or on a calendar if you win. I guess they picked the winner between Wednesday and Tuesday. Post gameplay video on X or TikTok with the hashtag I'm the greatest. One lucky winner will get a One Piece Extra Battle Martial D Teach Black Vortex Bandai Spirits figurine. This is sick. My goodness, this is sick. I don't think I'd ever win that, but if you do win this, dude, props to you. My goodness, that is sick. What else we got? This is just stuff about the web store. Enter the promotion code 2026 for 5 rainbow diamonds. This is also really good by them. Log in 6 days for a total of 300 rainbow diamonds. Do not forget to log in a day. Please do not forget that. And this is that official poster, which is sick. The light, the dark, Blackbeard in the middle, and Luffy. I love that. That's so cool. What else do we got? More of the poster. More posters. The video was officially for Blackbeard, by the way, which I found pretty cool. Alright, I want to scroll down and talk about the last thing, which a lot of people are pretty excited for, including me, is the big 1v1 game mode. They finally confirmed it. I guess we're just going to start here. So, they actually have ranking systems in this, which I find pretty cool. This is the cost system that they were talking about, and then this is the whole video going over the 1 versus 1. So it'll be up here. You'll click on it. Basic rules. You can switch characters mid-game after you capture the flag. Once you get KO'd, this is the cost system. So I'm gonna guess. I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna do about the EX total, because if you probably can't use more than 2 EXs, because I mean your point total would be too high. And I'm pretty sure you have to have 4 people. That's the Martial D Teach. Also really cool by Bandai. We always take free rainbow diamonds, and they're giving free rainbow diamonds to just playing league battle up to 100. So 100 Rainbow Diamonds for League Battle. I don't know how long this will be at. If it's like an every week thing, that is so sick. I mean, that is insanity. But I doubt. My guess it's probably once a month, knowing Bandai, which is still good. I mean, I take my free 100, and in a whole year that's 1,200 Rainbow Diamonds. So, you know, if you're already saving up for next anniversary, you're gonna be ready with 1,200 by the time that comes. Not counting how many Rainbow Diamonds you get for 6.5, or if you're no money spent. So this is a season point reward increase. Bounty color. Okay, so you can now buy tickets to get the colors for characters, which I don't really. I mean, it's cool, but I kind of liked how they did the system point system. Well, clean. But I kind of liked how they did that because it was, you know, more like grind. I mean, of course you could still buy season points, but it was more like grind. Like you went to grind more to get it. Now it's just $4. But I mean, you're gonna catch me buying it, so I mean, I'm excited for that. And you get 6 Rainbow Diamonds on top of that, so boy, I'm not complaining. They added more stamps, and then yeah, I think that's all for the most part. So I mean, crazy live stream. So much was announced. One Piece Bounty Rush is back. I am so pumped. Fingers crossed this Blackbeard shakes up the meta, and you know, we just don't see Luffy's and Kizurus anymore, and we see a bunch of different characters with a whole new variations. I am so pumped. But yeah, y'all, it is your boy Shusui. Please feel free to like and sub. Feel free to follow the TikTok at truly certified. Follow the Twitch at Shusui. Once again, thank y'all so freaking much for all the support recently. And it's your boy Shusui, signing out.